Because otherwise, if I had a job, I couldn't be live at 11:37 in the morning on a Thursday, just because, right? So then that's how we kind of have to approach this leadership. So, leadership. One of the best authorities in the world on leadership. His name is John C. I'm giving you so much game right now. I hope you guys are taking notes. And John C. Maxwell is the leading authority in the world on leadership. John C. Maxwell. And he talks about the level of leadership. There's 5 laws of leadership. His best-selling book is 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. But let me give you some of the best resources that he's given to me so that you can actually take away something from this slide. Okay, I'm not going to leave you hanging. So when it comes to leadership, one, leaders care about the people first and not just the task to be done. Bosses care about the task. Leaders care about the people. That's the first thing. You have to care about the people that you are leading. So then, for example, ask, hey, how is your family? Follow up. If you need to take notes on everybody that you're leading so that you can remember what's going on in their lives, good leaders do that. Any way that you take for you to remember what's going on in their life, you must remember, how's your son? What's going on with your family? Let them know that you care, because if you can present your goals in their best interest, then you are a better leader, because you don't want people doing something that they don't think will help them to get their lives better. And if you can't help them any at all, then you shouldn't be leading them in the first place, right? That's what leadership is. You follow me and your life will become better. If not, if you're following me and your life becomes worse, what kind of leadership is that, right? Your life must be better in some way by you following some other leader. Otherwise, that's a boss getting you to do things that you don't want. And you don't want to be a boss, you want to be a leader. You want to lead dozens, if not hundreds or thousands of people. Okay. So you have to learn leadership. Okay. Your ability to communicate. Leaders know how to communicate effectively. What does that mean? A lot of people, when you hear them speak, they speak with a lot of fillers. Um, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Right? You understand? If you have to say, do you know what I'm saying? Then that's not clear communication, because they should have gotten it from the first time. You understand what I'm saying? You see what I did there? You have to communicate clearly. And that's not just speech. You also have to do that with your body language, using your hands, using your eye contact, using your posture. All of these things go into effective communication. And so, as you are speaking, leadership comes and is enforced through communication. If you don't know how to communicate, then how are you going to communicate what you want done clearly, or the direction and your vision clearly? The best people in the world that have the biggest visions all know how to communicate effectively, because it's a necessity. Okay, it's not about using big words. It's not about speaking fast. It's about getting the other person to understand everything that you are thinking, using your body language, your voice, your tone, your eyes, your posture. That's what's important. More on leadership. I'll give you some other lessons that I learned from John C. Maxwell. The first level of leadership is getting people to just do what you tell them to do. That's the first level. That's the lowest level of leadership. The highest level of leadership, and so it goes getting people to do what you want them to do, getting them to do it without you telling them, for example, right? Then getting them to influence other people to do what you tell them to do. And then the highest level of leadership is getting them to influence other people independent of you, which is pretty much replicating yourself, and they don't need to depend on you. So in effect, in essence, you are creating other leaders who can then create other leaders. That is how you build a big organization. I repeat that. The highest level of leadership is you creating other leaders that can create other leaders. If you don't understand that, then how are you going to build a company that can run from anywhere in the world and you're not even there? Your goal as an international leader is to lead people who can lead other people to lead other people. That is the highest level of leadership. Okay. So more skills that you need to master if you're going to travel all over the world and make a lot of money.